Hi, I'm Tony Fleming, and this is Fleming's Ultimate Garage.
You say you want a revolution, well, you know, we all want to change the world. You tell me that it's evolution, well, you know, we all want to change the world. When you talk about destruction, don't you know that you can count me out? You know it's gonna be alright. Alright.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us on today's video. You know, the first words out of your mouth are probably the same as mine, is, wow, that's a great looking car. I say that too, but we had a lot to do with finishing this car up. It started out fabulous with the restoration photos and things like that, and then we added our touches to it just to take it to the next level. And so I like to point out some of the things that make a car a great looking car to begin with, because a lot of people say, wow, it's a great looking car, but they never really know what makes it such a great looking car. So as we walk around, let me point out a few things that do that for you. So we're talking about a body kit here with the front end, with the hood, and the trunk lid and the extension in the back, done as a Shelby Eleanor kind of package. The side scoops that are on there, all right, as well. These 18-inch Riddler wheels, which I think came out great, especially in the matte satin black finish, this satin black piece here, and then we added the red pinstripe on the very side of it. These hood pins are not regular hood pins, they're billet hood pins, so they look a little more beefy, a little more industrial, right? Inboard Shelby lights right there. As I walk around, I just go, wow, that is fabulous. And I look and I look and I look. So like the black stripe with the call-outs down here, and although maybe we have too many call-outs, I'm not sure you can have too many call-outs on a car. Can you have too many stripes or hood pins and things like that? Because I know for my casket, if you don't mind, I'd like to point out right now what I want. What I'd like is to get stripes on it, and I definitely want hood pins. I know that may sound crazy, but I just love hood pins. Who doesn't love hood pins, all right? Okay, so this right here, roll bar is built in. So this is a pretty high performance car, all right? And if you want to take it to the track, you could. It's never been to the track. I talked to the owner extensively. We actually sold this car to him about 4 years ago. Then he took it all apart and decided to build his own car. That's what he always wanted to do. And then something happened in his life and we needed to help him find a new home for it. So he built it to be very high performance, and the drivetrain is spectacular in this car. This roll bar, if you don't want it, it can come out. We could take it out if you wanted to. Or we could actually do padding around it as well. So that's kind of your call, but it's a nice piece to the car, and it's there if you want it. But if you want to take it to the track, because of this much power that it makes, this potentially could need to have that in there. All right? So, wow, what a cool thing to say is I bought a car and it had to have a roll bar. I think that's pretty awesome. All right? So we'll talk a little bit about under the hood, because the under hood, although is a very powerful piece of the car, it's beautifully detailed under here as well. All right, so let's take a peek under here. All right? This is really where a lot of money was spent on the car. First off, the engine is a 347 stroker. We like these engines, and I'll tell you why. They don't have to be wrung out at super high RPMs to get power out of them. 427 requires a little more RPMs to get the power out of them for some reason. These just make good power all the way through. This has the heavy-duty 4-speed automatic in it, okay? So overdrive, so you can drive on the highway in this car. And then it has modern comfort and convenience. It's 4-wheel power disc brakes, fast ratio power steering, modern heat and air conditioning, right? And we're gonna look under the front end of this car for a second. You're gonna see the rack and pinion steering, right? The full coilover suspension that's in here. I mean, this is well done, this whole car. And look how beautifully everything's painted inside. Everything in here, from little things like the chrome brake booster and master cylinder that's here, to the billet pulley setup for the serpentine belt system that's on the car. This is a March serpentine belt system here that looks great on here. Painted all in, billet overflow cap. Look at the size of the radiator. It's a radiator module, so the car will stay nice and cool. Big battery as well. And and this capped off because we don't have struts anymore, right? Like the old car, this is capped because now we have a coilover suspension. So the whole front end underneath this car is a modern hand-built piece for them to give you the kind of handling and things that you need. It eliminates the old style Mustang suspension. All right, so before we get in there, all the interior is new, from the door panels to the dash pad to the console to the dash itself, all the seats here. This is kind of a cool feature, I thought. It's kind of cool. You can adjust the headrests. I just thought that was so awesome. All right, as we get in here, now there's one piece that we've ordered, and it's kind of up to you. These are not stock seats. These are modern interpretations of the original seats. Is we have this done in the satin. So it can either be done in matte black, satin black. We can leave the diamond plate on there. Your call, whatever you want. The speakers are in here. They're molded into the kick panels. You can see the kind of money that's spent on this car. It's just so many details in here. 8,000 RPM tack. There's the backup camera there. Check that out. Hey, how you doing? Okay. 140 mile an hour speedometer. You're saying, well, tell them this car is pretty powerful. Can't it go faster than 140? It may. I don't know, because you see me, I'm in the right-hand lane, flashers on, 55 miles an hour. That's me. How you doing? Waving, saying hello. Anyway, the seats are super comfortable. And the more I look around it, even like the little visor nubs are new. The rear view mirror is new. Here's the mic for the phone system that's built into the stereo as well. Just little tiny stuff like that that says, wow, somebody spent a lot of money on this car. New door handles, new window cranks, new vents for the air conditioning system, and they're the original style vents, and they look great inside the car, and everything works the way it's supposed to, including modern heat, right, and modern air conditioning, which I love. Great sound system, all that good stuff there. And we are showing 884 miles on the car right now, so that's why I say it's less than 1,000 miles. And we can have some fun with all kinds of fun things. Wow, this is a great car. All right, so as we do the Shelby treatment on the cars, this is an important piece that a lot of people don't do. They don't finish with the taillights, because this whole panel back here is a complete custom piece from a regular Mustang, all right? You also have the extensions here for the quarter panels, the trunk lid with the spoiler molded into it, and then we ran ahead and finished the stripes off down here and all the way down on the bottom like they should be. This is for the backup camera. It's got this killer digital sound system in it as well, and it's got the Shelby gas cap. Great sounding exhaust. Whoa, wait till you hear this thing. I mean, this is serious. We're not talking about like an average car. I don't know if you saw the appraisal that came with this car, but it's a third-party appraisal, not us, another company that did this car, and it is a big number. And this car has less than 1,000 miles on it right now. Less than 1,000 miles, which is pretty impressive. All right, I rambled on there. Let's look inside the trunk. Okay. And we got in here. Just wanted to show you what goes inside. GT350 floor mats, right? Front and rear. And the trunk is all finished. It's got a spare tire. It's got the Bazooka subwoofer. Come check out this here. It's got this beautiful Mustang floor mat. And if you want, it would be tough to get a full-size spare in there to match the other tires. So I don't know if you want that in there or not, but we can take it out if you don't. If not, we'll leave it in there. All right? All right, I want to spend a second here just to go over some of where the dollars are spent. The problem is that most people, when they drive a car like this because it drives so fantastic, they don't understand that half of the money spent is underneath the car because it's a part you don't ever see. But the problem with the part you don't ever see, the road sees a lot of and gets abused over time. If not restored properly and done well, right, you're never going to get that great driving car, because some cars are shiny on the outside and they drive terrible. This is not the case here. I'm going to show you why. So for instance, let's start with the Total Control products. Complete change of the front suspension. So the original Mustang front end, completely gone. Nothing left in there anymore. Here we have coilover front suspension, which you can adjust the height of right here. It also has here clicks for setting the dampening. The big four-wheel disc brakes, where they have cross-drilled and slotted rotors, are in there. Rack and pinion steering, modern style rack and pinion steering. Look at the size of the front sway bar that's here. Everything from tubular control arms and all of this stuff is nice, but then they go a little bit farther and they add things like the hammer tone to it. So when you show this car, it just looks so great. All new floor pans underneath. Look at the size of this elephant leg exhaust that goes on back, this Flowmaster exhaust, making sure that you can get that power out there. The last part we have right here, the frame is tied together, new floor pans, right? And then this is a great piece. So as we come on back here, I want to show you why this is a great piece. Come check out this. multi-link Curry rear suspension. So we have our coilovers here, okay, right? Adjustable as well for height and dampening, so we can lower or raise the car, whatever kind of stance you want. Nice sway bar back here, and then if you can look, there's giant heim joints and attaching points in here to hold that rear in place to keep it from twisting. And then of course it's adjustable this way as well, and it's just, everything is just so well done. All the expensive parts that you'd want, somebody spent the time to put in here. I want to run down the list of things on here. There's so much done to this car, I'm going to forget so many things. 18-inch and 20-inch Riddler wheels all the way around with high performance radials there. All the billet under the hood, the serpentine belt system, the air conditioning. Has a Curry 9-inch rear in this car. I mean, everything in this car is high dollar. Even the antenna is billet. So I'm just saying this to you. When you look at this car, regardless of what this car is being asked for, the person that built it spent significantly more than that for it. Comes with lots of receipts, comes with an appraisal on the car as well by a third party, and it's just low shakeout kind of miles on there. It's ready for someone to enjoy and have a great time in, man. So anyway, one of the buys of the century is right here, right now. Call us 301-816-1000. We'll tell you all about this 68 convertible, bad A, mother, Pro Touring, Shelby, Eleanor. I'm going on.